let's go, let's go, let's go. How we doing? I think this is the perfect time to start something that I really enjoy. So we have Gooseinator. How you doing? How's your day? How you moving? Thanks for being here so early and on time. Let's go. What did I do with the? I need to find. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. We are going to make sure this part of the day is filled with extra delightful and unequivocal. How do you say that? Unequivocally. Oh, is this paint? Wait, how did I get paint on it? Is that paint? I don't remember getting paint on here. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't think that's good at all. So we have to, there it is. So we have to add to this piece, which I call a hexapod tip. And so this is not permanent, obviously, because all of them will fall off. So we need to figure out which ones are going to maintain this look of this piece. So we have to go through some concentrated process of elimination to figure out which ones are going to fit this piece. So easy enough. All we have to do is designate which ones fit this experience. Got it? That's it. All these are doors to a day that I had, that I experienced once, one time. So that is what we're going to achieve by adding these doors. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And we're probably going to spend the next hour trying to figure out where. Oh, okay. See you later. Oh, see you later. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. I thought we had something, but maybe not. Maybe this is something, and I'm trying to figure out if this is something that people do or do not want to watch, because if you don't want to watch, I am not going to stream this. I will only stream stuff that I painted, and that's it. Real, recognize real. Oh, shoot. Honestly, I could probably put this on my, you know what I could do? I could probably put this on my Twitch. Instead of me streaming this part on my YouTube channel, I could probably put this on Twitch. And I probably get a lot more people, a lot more views, only because, well, because I made it. I made it. Let's go. I made it. So that's what we got to do today. Easy, 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 easy. Because most people don't even understand what the heck that I'm doing at this point. Like, this is even described as something that's normal. Like, all I'm doing is adding something that that I generally think is like the easiest thing, although it is just me putting together something that I have already thought about. I just need to act on it. Like this is already a past live stream because I've already figured out which colors, which ones are going to fit this narrative here. Although you don't know which ones it is because you've never seen me do it. And I'm just personifying the fact that this is a future experience or an experience that has already been met. And I've already done this. So, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out which colors will match this idea of the experience. Now, most of these just have a separate color rendition. And all I'm doing is trying to figure out which ones will match that addition to this canvas. Now, we have to make sure that sometimes there could be an attraction to the colors. There could be something as small as figuring out if the details match. If the details match, then we keep it. If they don't, well, we're just going to get rid of it. And then we'll just keep going because that's the only way we're going to figure out which ones are going to match. I like this one though. I like it a lot. This one could possibly, I like this door, but I just never know where to put it. Just never really fits that it belongs here type. Just never does. It never does. Nope, it never does. I like the blue, but it just never hits either. Yep. But thank you all for being here today. This is really healthy. For me, it's healthy, I think. So it shall be. Yep. Yep. I like the red ones. Something about the red ones really stimulate the senses. So it might be worth it to keep the red ones. And maybe just on one side, maybe I keep the red ones and then the green ones just go on the other side. It all depends. It all really depends. And some of these have door latches already, you know, some type of piece that helps open up the experience. But I think I like the green ones for this one. Yeah. He said, yep. Or this one was pretty good. I just never figure out where I'm going to put her or it or she. Yeah. Yeah. Goose, you said posters. You said all of the posters look sick. Which posters? What posters are? I seen your poster earlier. Your post. Oh, my post earlier. Yeah. What's up? FRA? FRFA. You said wow. Thank you. Yeah, these are the ones that are already finished. These are the already finished doors. Yep. Yep. Already finished them. Yeah. They probably just need to get magnets. So when they open and close, they automatically stick when they close. Yep. Yep. But like I said, I think I like the green. I think I'm going to keep the greens here on that side. And here's another one. This one might work too. I like that. It's a little messy on that side though. There's a lot of extra green that may not need to be there. So Maybe this one goes here. Yep. Maybe. Just maybe. I like it. I like the orange in this area. Although I like the green all the way in this area too. Maybe just for this one side, it would look like that. Hold up. Like I said, this is all just part of as easy as putting together a little puzzle. You just got to figure out where everything fits. I like this side. This side is like it right here. Yeah. I think it's more or less. I think I like that right. I think I like it right there. That matches right there. So we're gonna keep that side, and then yeah, we'll just have to figure out what the other side is gonna look like. That's all we got to do, y'all, and then we'll get to putting these together. Yo, this one never really matches. I don't know if it's because there's a white background here, but I just cannot figure out which one goes where with this one, this color. That could be sturdy. It could be really sturdy. Could be really sturdy somewhere. This is messy though. Let me see. I don't like those then. It's weird how this is spaced. Oh, it's too dark at the bottom. Let's see. It's still really messy. I like it, but it just like messes. It's just messy, too messy, too messy. There's got to be some organization here at the bottom, because even if with this, there's like a flow of lines. Yeah. And I don't see these working. So we're going to put these to the side too. Maybe this one. With this one. The blue's not bad. I just don't think it still does not have that presence that I like. Maybe yellow. Let's see. There is, let me take that out. There is this one though. This one could be it. This has, I like it. I think I like all of the green ones to match this. Something about the calling there. Now, do I feel this one? Nope. All right, put them to the side. And let's see. I guess we got to try a little bit of everything in order to make sure we don't miss out on one of these becoming the lucky spot of forever, because that's where they're going to stay forever. Forever. Yep. Never going to be changed out or switched to a different position, because those are not bad. Those are really not bad colors. Like I said, I like the darker colors, but they have to have a designation of which way they flow. Just not bad. I like the gray. I think I like the green, so I think I'm going to keep that green there too. Just maybe see if that makes the difference. Almost. We're almost there, I promise. We have 4 pieces in this puzzle together. I'm just trying to figure out where this one is going to go, and amongst all of which you see. I don't mind that there. I don't mind it at all. These two, something about these two, I'm not sure if it's just a color or, yeah. I like the green. Just like I said, I like the green because this one has a lighter green to it, so it's sticking. So it actually might stay somewhere. So we'll make that as a maybe rather than a no. Wait, did I put this one back? This one and this one are almost the same. Almost. They're very close in colors. I use the same colors in that one. I like it, but it really throws off something. Maybe if I put that here. Nope. Still like it there. All right, so we're going to put that back. Because no. All right, so just like I said, we have 4 of these canvas pieces that are going to fit so far into our collection. And yes, there's almost time to put these all together. So actually I have to go and get, I don't know, is this one good? Let's see if that one fits. It's not bad, but I think it might need yellow. I think that's what it's looking for. Some type of yellow color that fits that. That is what we're going to try to get, because I have a whole nother box full of these. Here, let me show you. This box. Ah, yep. Is this? That's my feet, so I should push it towards my feet. Let's see. There's so many I just took out. Let me see what the camera sees. Camera, what do you see? Okay, so yes, I have this whole entire box filled. Orange, not bad, but it's still not, it's not there. I'm gonna take these 2 out because, yeah. Oh, here's the other one. Oh shoot, that might be it right there. I think that is. I think that's what we're gonna go with. I found the 5th green one. I know it was hiding somewhere. It's always hiding. And here's this one. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe if I put, let's put that there. Oh, I still feel like this one needs to go up. Maybe in the middle. Maybe if it's met in the middle. I'm not mad at it at all. I don't think I have a fifth one for that color, but I'm not mad. How could you be mad? You're making art. Let's go. Creating art. Maybe it's there. You think so? Goose, you said I meant paintings? Oh, the paintings. I thought you said the post. You did say the poster. But yeah, they're all over the place. Look. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Like even they're all over the place. Yeah. I have quite a few. Quite the few. Wait, there's more over here. Yeah, they're everywhere. A little bit of everywhere. Yep. Even my cats are back there. Back there. Yep. Yep. But I think this is it. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be here, but I think I found all of the pieces that fit, which is wild. Such a wild experience. I think this is it though. I don't know if I like the yellow. I think the yellow should be this motive there. That feels some type of way. And I still haven't figured out which one is up and which one is down. So, but I think this is it. I think we're going to go with this one. I don't feel lazy about it. I feel like this is pretty natural. So I think we're going to stick with this. I'm going to put all of these other ones back into their containers or sleeves, as we call things. Sleeves. And then put them up. Yep. 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 That was easy. Usually it takes me, I don't know, a little bit longer to figure out where said things go. But I got it, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You said wow? Yes, indeed. Today is a wow factor. Because I made it. Let's go. I made it, y'all. Yeah, Goose. And this is in this room. This is just a few. There's more in the front room too. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few. I think there's like 200 in here. I think that's how far we've gotten with these paintings. So I mean, I think it's pretty normal for me as a creator to have this many. I think so. I watched a documentary of this lady who said she had 300 in her large studio. She said she had 300 of them. And I was looking, she had a few shelves, you know, she had some larger pieces and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I got more than you. That's really what I looked at it. She said she had 300, and I'm not sure because she said she had a a storage unit too. So I'm not sure how many she had in a storage unit, but I don't have a storage unit. I don't put my art in storage. That's not it at all. So everything's in the house. So I think I might have maybe 600. Yeah, I think I might have 600 pieces. Yep. Yep. I think that's pretty normal for any creator. I think that's pretty normal. And mostly it's just art. If I have anything else, it's probably smaller items, things that I've created for my live stream specifically. So it might have a different. Sorry, I'm trying to configure all of this stuff back into place. But yeah, I think that's pretty normal. If it's not normal, okay, I'm glad I'm weird. I'm glad it's not normal. Because I have a really good collection of things. And you can't even account for how many things I drew on a wall. Because that's art too, but I can't take the wall down. Or package it up to send it to anybody because it's on the wall. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Where's the other one at? Missing one. I'm missing one piece of paper. Where's the other paper? Yep. All right, so we're about to get down to business. We have to close. Let's see. I got all of these too. These canvases will be painted on. I have all of these too. There's like 6. I have to paint these in the next couple of days too. So there's 6, which means that all of these eventually will go into one of these things back here. Eventually. And that's a positive, y'all. That is truly part of the positive. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's get down to the business of it all. I think every last one of these has, nope, that one does not have a title back there or a date, which is fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick too. Scoot, 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 scoot out of the way. And so we're going to, I believe that this is arranged correctly, so I'm not mad at it. So we're just gonna go ahead and gonna put, because I believe this is all the same exact day. So November was the last. So basically I'm putting my stamp on it, writing my signature, and wait, today is September. So we'll put November 22nd, 2024. It's just how it goes. And it says Vine Splashing. This one was Trig Lots. Lots of Trig Lots. Splashing. Let's go. I'm just going to draw on this because I like to think that every day is different. So if I add something different to the back of this, it just gives me another feeling of an emotion that I had. Maybe the day was good, so I can remember something about the day, and I can account for the reason why I added something on the back of it, or just in reference of the art continues, even on the back of the canvas. Even if the date says whatever the date is, it still accounts for the fact that I did something. So today is September, I think it's the 2nd, 2025. There, 2025. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and turn these into permanent fixtures, is what they call them. They're permanent fixtures. Somewhere along the line, this will never ever be removed or changed, because it will be permanently fixed to the canvas. So this is one canvas surface here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 canvas pieces put together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So how we're going to do that? We're not going to use any glue, because there is no reason to try to glue something that will not. Wait, I think I have to put that over here. There's no reason to do that, because I realized that it won't work. Gluing won't work. And this, it's not long enough either. So we're gonna have to plug this up over here. It is right there. Excuse me, sir. Plug you up right here. All right, y'all, let's get to work. Sorry about the drilling. Not sorry, but we got to do what we came here to do, and that is to make magic. Oh my gosh, that water. Delicious. So, what are we going to conversate about? Because a lot of times I feel like we don't talk about much. Wait, Eyes of Art. Oh, shoot. How you doing? How's your day treating you? How's it going? How you doing? How you moving? Yeah. I was actually looking for another live stream of yours too, so I could be a part of it, but I haven't seen you live stream, unless I missed it. I missed a connection there somewhere. Somewhere I missed a connection. So I'm basically just trying to align everything so it kind of matches when I put them permanently onto this canvas of sorts. It looks like there's a huge gap. And I'm just eyeballing it after I just measured it, just to make sure that it looks the part. Because sometimes, just sometimes, it does not want to fixate to. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It has to. It just has to fixate. Yeah, it just does. Yes, it does. I believe. You said hello. Your day looks like it's going greasy. Greasy. I like greasy. That's cool. My day is interesting. I can't explain everything because as people, if I explain too much, then that's all you'll think about. And I can't have you thinking about things that are not important. I want you to think about things that are structurally sound. So that is where we're at. Yep. My day is good. I'm up. I'm aware. I have intention to create. So that's what all I've been doing. I live streamed this morning and I made some new canvas artwork. So we're here putting yesterday's. This part, the bottom is yesterday's artwork, which is dry. This is November's artwork. And obviously we're not in November yet. So this was last year's artwork pieces that fit very well with the color scheme. So that's what we're using today to make magic. You feel me? You feel me? These are bigger. These are smaller. Let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah. You said, I mean, great. You said greasy. I like that one. That's a weird word, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You say my day is good. You said I've been studying to set up my DTF printer. What is a DTF printer? A digital transfer. Digital transfers? Are you making clothes? That's what it sounds like. Digital transfer. It sounds like you're making clothes, shirts specifically. That sounds awesome though. That sounds really good. That sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You gonna make some shirts for everybody? For the what was this? Oh shoot. This is not right. Oh, this was supposed to hang out. Oh, we'll try it. If it's not, I think we got it. Just got to put that here. Digital transfer photo, phenomena, focus, fudge, factor. This looks off too. Why does this look off? Is it not closer? Okay, that looks closer. Probably should have added a different color. Don't push that. Let me get a different marker. This one's like semi. I need like a red or something. Something a little bit contrasty. I need it to be contrasty. Where is a contrasty marker at? This green is a contrasty marker. Maybe this blue one is a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. You said yes. Yup. Let's go. Let's go. So let's see if this blue one makes a difference because it was trying to push everything. I don't need it to push everything. I need it to be sturdy. Sturdy, my friend. On your end, it did. On my end, it paused for a very long time. Sorry about that. That was my, yeah, I can't even apologize because that was my fault. Huh. Okay, so we need to take this out real quick. The torque out. So, tools. Yeah, there we go. Gotta make sure. All right, so you said eyes of art, you said, yes, yup. What age did you notice you had the eye of art? The eye of art. I like how you included that. That's pretty cool. I mean, I was a kid at one point, right? And so things that were new to me, I didn't understand. But I wasn't scared of it. I think I was more focused on the fact that I wanted to know how it worked because I wanted to see more of it, whatever it was. And mentally, I had to figure out those things on a concept of reality because everything is reality at this point for us. And so I told myself, well, in order to figure it out, you're going to have to step into whatever it takes to create it. And so one day, I saw a TV show of a cat, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I've never acknowledged that animals could talk, right? And then I realized that these animals talk because someone made it talk. It was just, a clear indication that somebody had the technology or tool to produce something like this. So I was like, well, I want to make something like that. I want to make these animals talk. And so the first thing I had to do was create what I saw. So I took a sheet of paper, put it up against the TV, I paused the TV, and I just traced and drew everything that I saw on the TV of that cat. And then I was like, well, what did I just do? And so I realized that I took in something from another dimension and brought it here. Wherever that other dimension was, I didn't know what TV meant at that point in time, but I learned something at that point that I can, however powerful, however thought of, I can make these things happen. And that was the very start of my art. So I've been doing it ever since. I copy, I make my new, I make old, I make things that I've never seen before, not just because of imagination, because of my will to do something. So I believe I want to say I was like 6 or 7. I believe if that's the correct number. Yeah. I mean, amongst that, I could do other things. And I just continue to live off of that experience, that one experience. I just continue to live off of it. I said, well, if I can make those type of things, I can draw, I can create things that made sound. So we had cassette players, so I could rewind, I could slow things up, I could define my own voice as something that could be used for making something else. I had characters as a kid, and I made the characters have conversation with each other. And so that in tune made more things possible. Without my mom, my dad, my brother or sister, family members even knowing that I was capable of doing this. And I just continued to do that over and over and over until it just made more sense that what I was doing was a part of an alignment. And so that alignment brought me here to this day, in which I still do the same process of things. I create things, I make things new, I do trials, and yep, that is where my art came from. And that is where it's going to stay. Because it's going to live through, everything that I experience right now and on. And even my sons. My art will live through my sons as well. That idea has lived through because we work on things together. And that's truly how it goes. How about you? Where did your journey start? Eyes of Art. Oh yeah, if I didn't say, I'm actually putting together this piece so all of these small 8x10 canvas can be adhered to this larger canvas permanently. And so once it does that, it is able to become a door because there's like tiny little latches on it that help you open and close the door. So just like that. Yep. And that's what I learned. I learned carpentry as a kid as well because the things that we saw, my mom would tell us, we'll go and make it. And I was like, well, I don't know how to make it. She said, yeah, you do. And I never understood that. Like my mom said things that I never really understood, but she made it a point that just because I said I can't do it, you have to remember that this is all something that will come to you as you reinforce your process. And I did. Every day I reinforced the process of knowing something that I thought I didn't know, and I made it into something that I do now know. And at this point, 100%. At this point, I know everything. I know every single thing that's going on. I know every reason. I know every point. Now, I may not know what man is doing because man has a way of confusing himself. So that means that if I try to know something, he'll just tell me it's a lie. And, and then that's the part of it. But the universe, how we coordinate, dimensions, all that stuff. Because I kept asking more and more questions of myself and possibilities. Yep, because now I know everything is possible. I know 100% that everything that we are experiencing right now. All right, I'm gonna continue reading because I'm going off tangent. You said, did the live end? There we go. Sorry for my typos. Typos are not mistakes. Just write what you write, and then I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to get to, unless you're like making up words. And then, well, we might be on the issue. But it's okay. It is okay. Just keep going. Because if you stop now, you'll never know where you got to go until you get there. So just keep going. Just keep going. You said I can say in the 5th grade, I drew Princess and Pete falling out of horse carriage, and my teacher loved it. Princess and Pete. I don't know who that is. Is that somebody you made up? Princess and Pete. Once again, if this man stuff, I have no idea. Man, like I said, man is like the most confusing organism, being, entity that's ever lived. Yeah. Finding ways. But that seems like a really good start at something that you found value in, even though it was something of a new experience for you. And that is amazing. That is truly amazing. Because some people don't find it. Some people are like, yeah, I used to draw when I was a kid, but I don't do that stuff no more because life. And I'm like, well, you just lost your true power to exchange it for something else that you honestly, I mean, you might have found value in something else, but honestly, our first our first reason of existing is when we're born. So once you start to change the narrative and everything else, you just can start confusing yourself based on what you told yourself you're here for. And we all have a purpose here. Once you find it, that's it. You don't have to do nothing else. You just don't. But, you know, we have options. Truly, truly have as many options as we say. Yeah. That's trash. You said... Nope, you didn't say anything else after that. Okay. Ha! Did not say anything else. Yep. Where are you from? Where are you originally from? Can tell if you're a water baby or you are an entity driven by necessity. Where are you from? Seems like me and you are just the only ones that are conversating today. I appreciate that. Because sometimes I just talk to myself, which is cool. Or my son will come in here and say a few words and then leave because he likes to be confusing sometimes. Yeah, he does. He is a confusing person. Yep. Sometimes he is. Most times he's like in his own little world. In his own little world. Little tiny world of whatever he's made of. Yep. Actually, I like those sizes, but... Oh wait, are these the larger? Hold on. Are you the larger sizes or not? There's some larger sizes in here. Interesting. Is that my phone? Where did that noise come from? Where? Yes, so I have established that I enjoy abstract. I think abstract is not really as abstract as we think. I think it's a plethora of energy that is formed through our subconscious. And because everything is basically energy, I'm just looking at energy through this experience. And just like I said, when I was a kid, I wanted to see what it felt like for these characters to be real in my experience, in my vision. And so I brought them here so they could be a part of the feeling that I could create too. Like I knew that I was a creator after I did that. And nothing else could change how I thought about it. So most of and all of this is all just my energy for this point of reference. And now, I mean, for everybody else, you know, it might be different because they're focused on things that, I don't know why I always do that. They're focused on things that are they're aligned by other things. That makes sense. Yeah. You know, portraits, people like to enjoy the fact that they can make other people like stuck in another realm. You know, it's almost like taking a picture of somebody and keeping their soul trapped in that picture forever. That is the feeling of portraits. So that expression, that faith. Because that face will no longer make any other expression because it's stuck. So that's how I see portraits. And I've drawn portraits before. But normally there are pictures of things that I've never, um, honestly, I've never seen before. I'm just making it up as I go because that's what the client wants. That's what they want me to do. Not a picture of themselves, their children, of something different. Yep. Yep. That's what I enjoyed though. And I really wish I wouldn't have did this the other way. I don't know why I wanted to do it this way. This is like the most difficult way to do it. It is the most difficult. So. Alright, well, I guess I don't have to talk about things that people honestly do not want to. Wait, what else can I talk about? I can ask you. I like to ask like really weird questions based on if people know things or people are just listening or observing. And I think it's fun. I like the challenge. Oh my gosh, I did this so wrong. Hold on. I think this was supposed to be a challenge. Like I said, I enjoy challenges too. I enjoy because I should have been finished this already. This part should have been done. Here's a lesson. Oh, no. Oh, it's stripping it now. So I guess I would have to be like common. I have to say something common at this point. Like what type of art do you create based on your endeavors? Because everybody has something different. I don't know why necessarily, because everything is what it is, and it already is what it is. So why do people make different things? I don't know. No idea. I mean, the start is cool, but where you're finishing at, different. Oops, stripped it a little bit too. So I guess at this point, if my phone dies one more time, we're just gonna let it be at that because I believe the headphones is causing it to not charge. That's basically what it's been trying to do is charge by itself. And yeah, we're just gonna call it. We're just gonna call it just like that. Yep. Yep. Sorry. And yep. Oh, shouldn't move. That's weird. Once again, where did it go? All right, so yeah, I can see that. I 100% understand what that has. Oops, because Now it's a freaking struggle. I think we're almost done now. Sorry about the phone situation. There's not much I can do about it because I probably could have charged it for a longer period of time today, but I didn't. That's my fault. But my phone is on its own time, so yep, that's what it's going to do. And if it dies again, just like I said before this stream ends, I apologize. I streamed today thinking, dang it, why do I keep doing that? I streamed today thinking that that I was going to at some point stream after, and I was going to charge my phone, but my son, I blame it on myself though. I do. 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 But we're almost done, y'all. I have a few of these to screw in, and that is all. That's all we got to do. And hopefully the same process tomorrow, although my phone will be completely charged when we do this tomorrow. Because that would be really weird if I allowed my phone to die 2 days in a row. Yep. And now if this was my computer, this would be a whole different ball game. Because my computer would just be charging nonstop, like it's plugged in until the end of time. You get it? Till the end of time. And yeah, that's what it would be. That would be. Get in there. You. So, yeah. Why am I doing this backwards? What is the purpose? What is your purpose, sir? Oh. To show me another way of doing something. Absolutely. I love it. I love when I get shown things. Although going through things, way different. Being shown something, crazy. And I think that's the thing that I've been accepting for a long time is like I like to be seen. I like to see things that other people are just like, oh no, I can't experience that, can't look at that, blah blah blah. But I mean, I think that's the nature of explorers. Like that's what I am. I've been an explorer since I was a kid. I explored my whole entire town when I lived by the beach, and I talked to as many people as I thought I could, which was really crazy because like you got this little kid going around asking people questions and seeing if you can get a job so you can get a better understanding of why people do the things that they do, specifically working. And I liked it. I was like, I want to do that as a kid, like 7, 8. I was like, these are the things that I want to do. And I've worked for a very long time. So I think it's like this nature thing. And maybe because I was missing some things as well. Maybe that could have been it. Or maybe I was always just, like I said, an explorer. because as soon as I left, I was about to say high school. As soon as I left high school, I was out. I was like all over the world. I was like, no, this is definitely what I have to be. So when I experienced those things, it was interesting because I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be here? Because if I can go anywhere in the world, why this place? Why this experience? Why at this time? Why not later? But that was the nature of an explorer. And I went there, took pictures, took video, and felt like I didn't have anything. Uh, I didn't have anything to hold me back, so I just did everything. I mean, I did like everything. I met people that like changed my entire life, which is a cool thing. I met people who didn't realize, where I came from, what my background was, but they accepted me nonetheless because that's what we're supposed to do. Regardless if you know who I am, what do I go through, you're just supposed to love me. And that's what they did. And I'm very grateful because I love them the same. Yep. Even if we were, never going to see each other again, I don't feel like that. I feel like at some point in time in our existence, it was meant for us to meet up, and that was the point. So I had really good first like jumping off of the porch type. I had that conversation with my mom the other day because she had asked in front of a few other people. Well, yeah, she asked in front of a couple other people, like my experiences leaving the house. She was like, "Did y'all stay here?" She was asking because she knew what the answer was going to be, but she was like, "Did y'all stay here when y'all graduated?" I was like, "No." I said, "I left." I said, "I left the first opportunity I could sign my name to something and be like, this is where I need to be, and that's how things work. I'm agreeing to something." So, and that's what I did wholeheartedly. I agreed to be somewhere where I felt like I was meant to be, and that's where life took me. Although some of my decisions at that point probably could have been a little bit more of an adult, but I didn't realize that was the impact of, um, making these conscious decisions by myself. Because sometimes they were very unconscious decisions, more like I was being uh, like pulled to make these decisions, like because obviously that's the outcome, right? I already made whatever the decision was, and that's the outcome, and I can't take any of that back. So yeah, very interesting statement there. And I know I pulled out enough screws, but why do I have more than enough screws? That's weird. That's so weird, sir. So it looks like we're done. Let's go. We're done, y'all. Hopefully my phone doesn't die before I can lift this up and show y'all what we did for this on and off live stream, it seems, because go figure. All right, hopefully no more screws on the floor. That was weird. I thought I pulled out enough of them, but then it's like, there's way more. There's way more screws. All right, y'all. Look at that. That is amazing. Sounds, like I said, I am a true carpenter. I really am because I made it. Look at that. Look at that. That is cool. Yep, that's what I did today. Let's go. Whoa. Yeah, this is what I did today, y'all. Just one after another of these experiences. Just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wowee. So usually I will put the magnets on the other side so they'll click nice. to each backing of, yeah. And so, and this is wild. This is such a wild experience. Oh man. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I like the texture too, y'all. I like it. But thank you guys for watching as well. Like this is it. Like this is how you create Hexaput. I think it's called, I just call it Hexa, like a Hexaptych, something like that. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining this amazing experience. And even though you can't see my face, it's kind of weird that I'm doing that. It's like, hey, you can't see what I look like. Sheesh. But that's funny though. That's so funny. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. And once again, I have like tons and tons of these like pieces that I really enjoy putting together, and they all mean something different for me. They really do. I have to do the backgrounds for most of these too. So you can see that there's nothing back on this one. And there's nothing on the back of this one. So I have to title these because these are the last two that I did recently. So, but yeah, but if you guys like what you see, make sure you come back because tomorrow morning I'll be painting again. And we will start another process of drawing. There's one drawing outside right now, so we'll figure out what that one's going to look like in the end. But until next time, y'all, I will definitely see y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.